Peace. What up, y'all? It is the guy, Anti-Simp, back with a new video. I want to talk about e-girl simping. Can women be simps? I did some research online and I found out that this is a question that hasn't really been answered, or hasn't been answered thoroughly, realistically. So, can women be simps? No, that's the short answer. For those of you who just came for the answer, thanks for coming. Goodbye. That's the end of the video. Thanks for playing. That's it. For those of you who care about a more thorough explanation, I'm going to tell you what a simp is. What is a simp? A simp, as I've covered many times in different videos, is a man who basically puts himself in a subservient and submissive position under women in hopes of winning them over. Did you hear that? A man who puts himself in a subservient and submissive position under women in hopes of winning them over. Submissiveness is a desirable feminine trait. So why would we think that that women can be simps? You know what I think? I think some red pill type of guy came up with that ideology. You know, because he's looking at, you know, the bad boy, and this woman is being completely submissive to him. He's looking at that as being simpish, and you know, he doesn't know anything about women. You know, he's probably somewhere still on his masculine journey, and his masculine journey is probably taking him through the minefield of misogyny. So, or should I say the meteorite of misogyny. So he doesn't know what he's talking about. Don't listen to the red pill guy who believes a woman can be a simp just because. And don't listen to anybody else who sits on the internet saying you don't stop simping for capitalism, or stop being a simp at the job, at your job, whatever case is, because you're kind of pandering. Like, they're using the term incorrectly. Those words already, like, these types of behaviors already have their own terminology. And the only thing I keep seeing is Caucasians using a word that already has its own definition, it only has its own terminology, it has its own meanings, and y'all keep trying to give it your own little mayonnaise spin on it. Like, earlier I saw a video of a white woman crip walking, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, nobody comes to y'all to steal the hokey pokey, but you culturally appropriate certain things, like the terminology simp. It came from the game. The game is a part of the culture. That's why I'm not red pill. Red pill is a part of white culture. Anti-simp is a part of black culture. And if you feel some type of way about it, then I'm going to tell you you're not my audience, so it doesn't really matter. If you decide to unsubscribe from my channel because I said that, it's cool. You're not my audience. If that triggered you, you are not my audience. I'm cool with that. But what y'all not gonna do is take terminology and use it incorrectly. I am here to set people straight, to slash and take down all of the misinformation that you have put about, that you have put out on the internet. No more of that. No more of your misinformation. I'm here to educate the masses on terminology that they don't know about. Back to what I was saying. Submissiveness is a desirable feminine trait. So that's why women cannot be simps, because submissiveness in men is not a desirable trait for them. It's not a desirable masculine trait. Most men find submissiveness in women to be desirable. That's why I say don't listen to the red pill guy, because, you know, he's probably transitioning to whatever he's transitioning to, probably to MGTOW, somewhere where he probably doesn't even find, you know, he doesn't even look at females, whatever the case is. He doesn't need them, and they tend to say some bizarre things that isn't true. I've actually had to block or ban some of them from my Facebook page because, you know, when trying to, I'm the guy that's putting out the content, but they want to put their own spin on it. So it's like, since you know everything, just know everything somewhere else. As I was saying, most women who are submissive, who are feminine, they tend to want a masculine man. They don't find submissiveness in men to be desirable. So as weird, that's why it's bad for men to be simps. That's why simping is bad if you're a man. As a man, you're not supposed to simp. You're supposed to basically be, you're not supposed to be submissive to women. Women are supposed to be submissive to you. Women are supposed to be submissive to men. And realistically, if you feel some type of way about what I said, then you're not my audience, because these are the facts. Most if a woman is feminine, cooperative, submissive, if she's sweet, loving, caring, all the things that we find desirable in women, then they're like magnets. A submissive woman, a 100% submissive woman, is going to find a dominant man to be attractive. They're going to be like magnets to each other. Now, I will say this: when it comes to the BDSM world, that can be different, I suppose. But I don't see, like, as somebody who is 100% dominant, I don't see a woman who's 100% submissive looking at a guy who's partially dominant the same. I don't think she wants to switch roles. She wouldn't be interested in switching roles. As a matter of fact, she would probably score 0% in switching roles as somebody who's 100% submissive. Women who are in between, women who are, don't mind being submissive to their guy or being dominant, those type of women might want a guy who's simpish. That's where you benefit from it. Otherwise, I can't. In the real world, it's not like that. And I've addressed this video. I've addressed the e-girls in this video, and possibly the e-boys, because y'all are the ones that's using the terminology incorrectly. And I checked out the Wikipedia thing, and that stuff didn't even exist many years ago. That's something that's just been recently added, where you go on Twitter and you see simping trending, and you see women and men calling each other, calling themselves simps as a self-inflicted insult, and they're using it incorrectly. Women cannot be simps. They cannot ever be simps. Just because you find somebody extremely attractive or whatever case is, and you're basically fangirling, which is what that is just you fangirling. And sometimes the guys typically be fangirling as well. You're young, you're seeing these attractive anime characters or whatever the case is. It's not simping. You just being a fanboy, and she's being a fangirl. Why do y'all want to call it simping when, fangirling and fanboying is its own terminology? You're not from the streets. You are the squarest of the squares. You've been the furthest. The only game that you know about. The only game that you know about is Dungeons and Dragons and other types of nerd crap, which is fine. Just getting some water, which is fine because I like games. I like nerdy stuff, but you're not a part of the game in which this terminology simping comes from. And this simping terminology comes from the game, and it help people who are in the life, a dark and grimy type of life. It helped them identify certain people in the game. And you guys don't really do anything illegal to be using terminology in the game or from the game. Or you're not even a part of the game that isn't even illegal. You are just square white boys and white girls who are using terminology you don't know what the meaning of it is, and you look foolish doing it. And I know you're the part of the generation that don't care about anything. When you're watching, what's that movie called? Deadpool, and you see the girl who's always on her phone texting. That's the e-girl stuff, the emo crap. That type of chick would be calling herself a simp for probably another woman or whatever case is, and she's using it incorrectly. You're fangirling. You would normally call it fangirling or thirsting or whatever case is if you were obsessive or whatever case. Even obsessive. These words have their own terminology. They have their own definitions, and you're using a different word to say things that already have a definition. Like, it reminds me of the word thought. Like, thought is the dumbest acronym and analogy for anything, because why can't you just say that hoe over there or that hoe? Why do you need an acronym for that? It's a dumb acronym. It's a dumb word. It makes no sense. But anyway, man, I wasn't even trying to go on a rant or whatever. It wasn't my intention. The point was to educate you guys on what simping is, and can women be simps? As I said in the beginning of the video, short answer, no. Long answer, it's a gender-specific term that only applies to men. And it's bad for men to be simps, because men aren't supposed to be submissive to women. Women are supposed to be submissive to men. period. That's the end of it. Anyway, that's all the time that I have for this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I also have some goodies in the description or whatever. If you want to support the channel, donations and stuff like that, that's cool. If you want to check out my website, you can do that as well. The link is in the description. And I also have t-shirts and hats that you can buy if you decide you want to support the website as well. Peace.